There are many questions that create inquiries on your whereabouts in your life. And one of those questions are, what has made you the person you are today? And I am the person I am today because many things such as the big the big impacts and even the smallest details had all contributed to the being I am. Growing up, I had always been an introverted person and I didn't have many interests as others did. I didn't have many friends. I was an outcast amongst my peers. I was a kite that didn't have strings that could soar with others. Although I did have something that had comforted me, and it was anime and its community. As silly as it may seem, anime and its community has created the person you see here today. It was a remedy to me no longer being that introverted little girl to being accepted and embraced into a community. What I have here today is a hidden leaf shinobi headband belonging to a character named Itachi Chiha, and it signifies many meanings within the community. Before I was introduced into the community, I had always been interested in anime, and it wasn't until I had transferred my third grade year and been accepted into the community, and I had never left ever since. The anime community is a community that cherishes bonds and connections with anime through its life lessons and is always there for you no matter what. This community is resembled and can identify with this headband, and I will be telling you as to how and why this community is important to me. I will now be moving forward to further explain as to how this artifact signifies within the anime community. This artifact signifies the value of being a member in the community, and not only does it set up the foundations of the community, but it also encourages you and teaches you how to be a better person. Like I had said before, this headband belonged to a character named Itachi Chiha. Itachi Chiha is a well-written character that is well-respected within the anime community, and he is well-respected because he held a lot of honor because he had sacrificed his life and reputation for the sake of his family, friends, and his community. He had something that was called the Will of Fire. The Will of Fire is something that is constantly mentioned throughout the anime, and it signifies that you are willing to do whatever it takes to do to help protect your community and those in it. And that is what Itachi had. And we also have the Will of Fire because we are always there and we will do no matter what to we will always support you no matter what and be there for you despite our differences and issues. Another important thing that is within the anime community that we cherish is friendship. And friendship is something that Itachi also valued. And Itachi once said, never forget your friends to the main protagonist, Naruto. And overall, this headband signifies what it means to be a part of the community because of Itachi's life. And you can wear this headband, and when you do, it pays tributes to Itachi's values and his way of living. And many people like me also have this headband as a display to acknowledge and to carry on his Will of Fire. Now that I have concluded about how this artifact resembles the community, I will now continue to talk about how the community has impacted me and why it is important to me. Like I had said earlier before, this community, before this community, I had always been into anime since I was 7 years old. And I was always insecure about watching it because back then people saw it as peculiar. And it wasn't until I had transferred my third grade year and met people who had the same interest as I did, which was anime. And I had thought about how much great that was and how I had finally found the string that I needed to soar with others. And not only that, I have engaged more and become the person I am today. And without that community, I wouldn't be who I am. And because of this community, I am no longer that introverted little girl. I am now the person who smiles and spreads kindness. And not only has it taught me that, it has in entertainment, but it's also something that you can take from. The life lessons it teaches you allows you to apply it to your own life. And it has taught me how to gain confidence and to use that confidence to take on the world with the life lessons that it has entrusted you. Now that I have talked about how this and the community has impacted me as a person, I will now continue to go on forward with the speech and its conclusion. The anime community is an avenue for those to find those who will support you and bond with you throughout their connection for anime and the life lesson it holds. As all things do, everything must come to an end, just like this speech. Although before that, you are bound to come together with the people you care for, you relate to, and who understands you. Being a part of a community that cherishes anime like I do has not only made me love anime, but it has made me cherish it more. So hopefully by hearing this speech, it has allowed you to understand what the anime community is about and how this artifact represents it, as well as how it is important to me. And perhaps you have related to me, or I have encouraged you to find your own people. Whatever it may be, it is undeniably true that things shared together are best shared rather than being alone.